Breaking news in the ongoing investigation of the Christmas Day explosion that took place in downtown Nashville. Law enforcement have identified a suspect in connection with the bombing and are currently searching the home of 63-year-old Anthony Warner. The home is in Antioch, a neighborhood in the Nashville area. We will continue to update you as more details come into our newsroom. And we're continuing coverage on yesterday's bombing. Police in Nashville released an image of the RV that exploded Christmas morning in hopes someone will recognize it. Metro Nashville Police tweeted this image of the RV before the explosion. Police say the vehicle arrived at this spot around 1 o'clock Friday morning before it exploded a few hours later around 6:30 that morning. Police are asking anyone who recognizes the RV to call local Crime Stoppers or the FBI. The FBI has set up a website for people to submit tips. It's fbi.gov/Nashville. And today officials have been covering the damage of yesterday's explosion. And if you take a look at your screen coming up in just a minute, you can see some of those buildings were blown out. The U.S. Attorney weighs in on processing evidence from this scene.
It's quite a challenge. Having been up there and seen that scene, it's like a giant jigsaw puzzle created by a bomb that throws pieces of evidence across multiple city blocks. They've got to gather it, they've got to catalog it, they've got to put it back together and try to find out what the picture of that puzzle looks like.
Some of the buildings are very insecure. These older buildings have just taken such a lick that I don't think some of them will be able to survive, and they'll have to probably be taken down and rebuilt.
That was country music artist Buck McCoy, who is a Nashville resident, talking about his experience from the explosion. McCoy says he plans to join other residents and go on a search to salvage valuables.
Today we're starting to look for our animals. I was not able to get my cat out. I barely made it out myself. There was glass everywhere. There was large objects. There was wood. There was stuff to climb over, and I was unable to get my cat. So today we got a little organization together of people that are going to be going to take a walk through, and we're going to see what's left and if they're okay.
And 6 members of Nashville law enforcement are being deemed heroes. Officer Brenna Hosey, James Llewellyn, Michael Sipos, Amanda Topping, James Wells, and Sergeant Timothy Miller saved lives before the explosion happened. The officers were initially responding to shots being fired before the explosion. When they arrived on the scene, they heard a recording from the RV giving a warning about a bomb, and they started to evacuate people in nearby buildings.